Hi, welcome to SBR Videos. I'm Peter Loshak. This is Mike Brenner, and this is the NBA Odds Couple show for Friday, April 8th. Mike Brenner, great night last night, but mostly I want to just talk about one pick, that Warriors-Spurs game. You nailed it, buddy.
Yeah,
you nailed it. Every time you gave your pick in yesterday's show, I had an involuntary reaction. I was like,
I did. I thought you were going to pass out or faint one of the times.
Because anytime you're giving the Spurs big points, I don't care if you're taking the Warriors. That's a scary thing to do, right?
Sure it is. And you know what? We also said that they're going to line up everybody, and you were right. They brought everybody out, but they just wanted it. They were hungry.
You nailed it, and it wasn't close. It was a comfortable
they were up
cover.
by 12 first half. So
comfortable first half cover. Unreal, Mike Brenner.
Well, with that being said, let's pan this board because, again, accountability, Pistol Pete. 124 and 104 after a 4-1 night, 54%. Actually, it's almost 55. Pistol Pete, all right, he's going to bounce back. Yeah. I know it's coming. 63 and 74.
But 40. My main pick yesterday was a big winner. That Houston over.
And it was. It was huge. So maybe we.
And it was a good analysis and a strong call.
It was a damn good analysis.
Hell yeah.
Damn good. But you still got time to push that to 50% with the playoffs right around the corner, baby.
I'll tell you, we got 10 games tonight. And again, I don't know what the hell that just happened. But as I was saying, a little glitch in the matrix there. Okay. As I was saying, we got 10 games on the card tonight. It's an interesting, quirky time of year. I did make a couple of overnight bets. I'll share those with you, Mike Brenner.
Please
we'll see what you have to say. Well, actually, let's first start with one that I didn't bet on the overnight, but this one I'm thinking is one of your bets. I did bet it myself. I bet it's a first half play. I bet it on the spread and the money line. I don't know. I'm just assuming this is one of your plays. Detroit at home over Washington, -3 on the first half. Is that one of your plays? Got to be, right?
It's not.
It's not.
It is not.
Okay. I'm a little bit surprised. Well, just because Detroit needs a win to clinch, right?
Yeah.
Washington is almost out of the playoffs. John Wall is banged up. I'm assuming they're going to rest him. They shouldn't be playing him if he is. And also, Washington. Has manhandled Detroit this year. The last time they played, they blew them out by like 40, 50 points, which they have in their memory. So here it is. Detroit can clinch a playoff spot with a win here. First half -3. Why do you not like that?
I'm staying off because Detroit's not a big, fast starting team. They burnt me on a couple first halves, and that's not the reason. But Martin Gortat is on fire right now. This kid, he's just hitting everything. And Bradley Beal, 11 for 15 from the field the other night. So even with John Wall banged up, this team still has a chance. They're desperate, so I think they're going to bring everything they have and leave it on that floor. That's a 10-foot pole, Pistol Pete. I'm staying off of it.
Fair enough. I also hit the over in that one at 206.5. So I don't know if I'm going to give that one, but that was what I was
pull the trigger on something.
Was leaning towards. Yeah, I will. Then another one that I bet on the overnight line, kind of an obvious one, and the line movement is what I would have expected. Memphis-Dallas. Dallas has been slowing down the pace. They have a run of like 5 or 6 unders. Why wouldn't you take them with another under here? And I did. I bet it on the overnight line at 194. Now it's all the way down to a 192.5 or 193 market wide. But that's sort of like that line movement I would expect. Doesn't necessarily, like some line movement tells me I'm on the right side.
Yeah.
That line movement just tells me that, it's just an obvious play. So I'm not, it's not confirming line movement. Do you have anything to say about that game?
Well, I think you will see a big defensive battle there. I really do. And I think it's going to be from start to finish.
Right.
And their history has proved that. So, again, with you being the totals guy, I'm surprised you don't pull the trigger.
All right. Well, I bet it on the overnight. I'll tell you what. I'll start out with the first half under, which is 98. I will get that one officially. I'm not exactly sure why it's that high.
Like that.
The full game I'm liking as well. I'll think about it whether I want to give under 193.
Interesting.
So let's move on to then another game that I bet on the overnight line, kind of a minor game. Maybe you ignored this one. Lakers at New Orleans, of course. It's the Kobe show where it's just like, the Lakers aren't even trying.
It's a circus.
They're just trying to get Kobe some shots. They don't. Talk about. A lot of people say I don't give a fuck, but you can tell they really do. The Lakers really don't.
No, they don't.
They don't give a fuck.
They don't care. They don't care. And D'Angelo Russell, the big, up-and-comer, this kid's he's mired in a 15 out of like 54 shooting slump. He don't care either.
No, they don't.
They just want to get back and hip-hop and party and do their thing.
And get Kobe some shots.
And you know what? Right now, Kobe don't even care.
He doesn't even care.
Why can't this thing be over now? So, for real, that's a mess. That's another 10-foot pole, Pistol Pete.
Well, what, you think it's a 10-foot pole? Because I bet New Orleans, I know they're banged up. They have all those issues. I bet New Orleans on the overnight. I got them at -2. Now it's 2.5.
9 healthy players, and one of them got hurt.
Did one of them get hurt?
Frazier, he's hurt.
Oh, right.
But he's probably going to play because hell, they got to put somebody in a uniform.
But look, I mean, they've gotten some covers recently though against some bad teams. I bet them on the overnight at -2. Now it's 2.5 or 3 market wide. What do you think about that? You think it's 10 for full game?
I just got to stay off it, Pete.
Okay.
It's just too crazy. And like you said, this is that time of year when stuff gets real. I mean, it doesn't get real. It gets
real fucked up.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So I'm off of it.
Okay.
There's not a lot of games tonight on this slate that have playoff implication that really stick their head out, except for one.
Okay, let's hear it, Mike Brenner.
Boston, baby. Boston. First half, it's still available at -5.5.
Yes.
At home against Milwaukee. All right, they're fighting for that third seed. This is a really good Boston team. Milwaukee, they're Milwaukee. That team is a mess. They're banged up. And I just think Boston at home is going to start out early tonight. They smell it. They see it. They want it. And they're going to get it done. First half, this is where I'm banking my money tonight.
All right, you might have something there. Boston has lost 5 out of their last 6 ATS, but that can be, if a good team has been on an ATS losing streak, that can be the time to bet them.
And I think they see the urgency in getting this win tonight because they're in that battle with the Heat. So I like them. That's my first pick. I only got 2 picks.
5.5 or 6 market wide. Pinnacle and Bet Online and Interdops all have 5.5.
Absolutely.
All right, so you only have 2 picks. All right, interesting. Let's hear your second one.
Well, my second pick is a 3-team teaser. I cashed another one that's 13 out of 16 teasers that have cashed, baby.
And by the way, just in case people don't realize, those are -110 picks. Those are coin flip picks. A teaser is not a big favorite pick. Each individual leg is.
People think it is. They just automatically in their mind go to that. It's not. -110.
It's a parlay that works out to about -110.
And when you put the right teams together, again, when I first got to Costa Rica, first got in this business, an inside source big in this business told me, hey, the best way to beat these books, Mike, the best way is 2 and 3 team teasers if you put them together right. So with that being said, I'm going to pull the trigger on another one. All right, I'm going to have Boston will be -4 after the adjustment. Yes. Miami Heat +7.5.
+7.
7.
There's
okay.
no 1.5.
And I'll tell you what, they're against Orlando. Miami still needs this win.
Right.
All right. They're trying to fight for that space, and they don't want to let go off the gas pedal. Gordon Dragic, that kid, he had 12 rebounds last night.
No, it's a strong team. Absolutely.
It is. So I'll get Orlando +7, and then my last one is the Mavericks even because it was -6.
Yes.
I like it because they got to get that win. They want that win, and I think they're just a little better than Memphis, even though Zach Randolph loves the fact that now he's the go-to guy, and he is, with Gasol out, but I think it's going to be too much. J.J. Barrera playing out of his head the last 5 games, and I love it. So that's my 2 picks. Boston Celtics on the first half, and then a 3-team ticket casher with Boston, Miami, and the Dallas Mavericks.
Very nice, very nice. All right, let me ask you quickly about the Spurs game. Is this a 10-foot game? 10-foot game? Or
well, it is because
I mean, they're going to be resting people, though, right?
They're going to. And they read today, they don't even care. Now they know they can't get the #1 seed from Golden State.
Right.
You're going to see just a makeshift lineup, but still, you never know what
they might say
capable
not just 4 players on there, and
Exactly.
then be like Denver just score at will on us.
Exactly. So I don't know. I'm staying off of it, but I do know one thing. Now I think those Warriors are going to get the record done. I think they wake up today and go, you know what? We're going to beat the Spurs next time in San Antonio and Minnesota. They're going to win it. They're going to cover. They're going to get it done. I love it. Go Warriors.
Okay, sounds good. All right. Well, why don't you review your picks or go to the board, wherever, and I'll decide.
I'm going to go to the board. They got my picks. All right, and you review yours or think about what you're going to do.
Yeah.
Again, 124 and 104, still not satisfied. That's unacceptable to me. 54%. I want to move that up, and I'm going to move it up. I got 2 solid picks today, and guess what? The playoffs are right around the corner, baby, and I love it. Pistol Pete, 63 and 74, but he's got something up his sleeve for the playoffs. I've been warned. So with that being said, I'm confident in my partner moving that number up as well. But what a great time of year. We got baseball kicking off, NHL hockey right around the corner with its playoffs, and cash-in tickets, Pistol Pete.
All right, here's what I'll do. I will give the Pels -2.5. What do you think? You think that's
I think if anything, if I had to lean, I would take the Pels over the. Yeah. I mean, that's a soap opera, the Los Angeles Lakers.
Actually, I'm seeing -2 at Just Bet, so that's probably an offline. I'll take 2.5.
I'll take 2.5.
2.5. And then with the Dallas game, first half under 98, and then I will take the full game under 193. That's at the Chris books.
Okay.
So that's 3 picks.
Wow.
And then there was one other that I really liked. The Pacers, they want to.
I was going to ask you about that.
Yeah.
What do you?
Well, Toronto's obviously going to be resting people, which is going to depress the total.
Line opened at 2. Now it was moved all the way up.
Now it's up to
4.
5.
Yeah.
I'm liking the Indiana team total over, both on the full game and on the first half. Not sure which way I'll go. I'll go with the first half team total over, which would be 48.
Like that.
Indiana
like that.
team total over 48.
You know what? Never, before we wrap it up, never one to gloat because we don't do that. But last night, that breakdown with Atlanta and Toronto, I'm not one to ever say, fucking, I nailed it. But I nailed the breakdown because I'm telling you, Toronto really, they came with everybody. Damari Carroll couldn't wait to play against and Atlanta just did what I felt like they would do. So I think that really deflated Toronto, because Toronto may be facing Indiana in the first round of playoffs. That's going to be no walk in the park. And remember, Toronto's a team that's used to the early exit. So if I were Toronto, I would man up and suit up tonight against Indiana, because you're going to be facing these guys. But I hear they're going to be resting a bunch of players. What do you think about Indiana pulling the trigger?
I would pull the trigger. That's why I like the team total over a little bit more.
Go with it?
Although, yeah, I am going to go with it. Although I got burned. I mean, you had a great read on Atlanta, and I took the Atlanta team total over, and I lost with that one. It was close, though. They had 28 points in the first quarter, but then it slowed down in the second quarter. But I'll take it anyway. Indiana team total over, first half 48.
Wow, I like it. So
All
that's
right.
what, 4 plays?
4 plays.
Good job, Pistol
All right.
Pete. I'm ready to bank some money, baby.
And you think that Detroit first half stay off?
I'm staying off.
Your sense is that with that, despite Wall.
Yeah, because they're going to throw everything in the kitchen sink. They have to, and I think the guys that are in uniform for Washington have pride. Go with it. They got to come out there. And Detroit just scares me. It's up and down. They're a good team, but they're not an explosive offensive team. So I'm staying off it.
Okay,
So.
I think we can wrap it up. I got 4 picks. You got 2 picks. We'll be back for the Saturday card tomorrow.
Absolutely, looking forward to it, Pete.